Hello folks, and welcome back to my channel. I hope this video finds you healthy, happy, and prosperous given the times that we're in. Today I'd like to talk to you about the types of bullet construction for their intended purpose. Now I'm not talking about match bullets here, I'm talking about hunting bullets, the type of bullets that come in two categories. That is designed for rapid expansion, the type of bullet that goes in, expends all its energy inside of the animal to cause massive tissue damage, or a more bonded or controlled slower expansion for weight retention, basically to give you a through and through shot so that you could have a blood trail given if you have a bad shot. The best advice I can give you is kind of through a story. I remember back in my old football coaching days, a young and upcoming young linebacker asked me, he said, "Coach, what's a proper form tackle, or what is a good form tackle?" And I said, well, basically it's any type of tackle where the ball carrier is on the ground behind his line of scrimmage. Preferably when he gets up, he goes back to the huddle with a limp, or two, can't get up and needs assistance to get off the field. He looked at me kind of funny and wondered. And I said, someday you'll have practical experience with that and you'll know what I'm talking about. So that's where we are right now. Basically, what type of bullet is best for you can only come from practical experience. But how do you obtain practical experience? Well, there's three types of information that you can achieve. The first, and obviously the best, is advice from elders, people with experience. Take that advice and try to translate it to your own practical experience. The second one, and just as effective, is the actual book experience itself by the actual bullet manufacturer. They spend tons of money and resources to provide you with a bullet that you will buy and that is going to be effective and that you can brag about to others. In the actual practical experience, three things kind of happen. You have to choose, number one, is the proper caliber for the task. Yeah, you can't shoot a buffalo with a .22 long rifle. Well, maybe you can, but I don't think it's appropriate. The proper bullet construction, yeah, is it a monometal bullet, or a lead core bullet, or a thin jacketed bullet, or what type of bullet for its intended purpose? And of course, the most important thing, it doesn't matter what type of bullet that you use if you don't practice proper shot placement and have a good degree of accuracy in your shooting ability and ability to handle a firearm. Now, these two bullets that I'm talking about, the rapidly expanding that blow up inside of an animal, is quite effective. And as a matter of fact, I have examples to show you here because those are the only bullets I was able to recover. Because I've transitioned more to a slow, controlled weight retention type bullet that gives me a good through and through because I like to have a blood trail because not every animal goes down even with good shot placement. So I'm going to show you examples of the two types of bullets that I've just talked about. Please leave a comment on your preferred bullet type if you want. Rapid controlled expansion or controlled expansion with weight retention. I'd like to hear from you. So without further ado, let me show you examples of the bullets that I have used and my own practical experience in those areas. Here are some of the bullets that I was just talking about that I have actual practical experience with. The bullets on the left that you can see there were the rapid controlled expanding bullets that are designed to expend their energy inside the animal. They don't have good weight retention. They are effective killers, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to extract these bullets from the animal at an autopsy. On the left-hand side here, you can see a 243. It has an SST type bullet. You can see that all that's left really is the jacket with very little lead left in it. This is also a 243, and it is a Sierra Game King. It had a nice little mushroom, etc., but only retained about 1/3 of its total weight at autopsy. Here's also a Sierra Game King bullet from my 25-06. Boy, this is an effective killer. But this was all I was able to obtain, which is just the lead pill left over on the offside of the animal and on the hide. Next is the 300 H&H with an SST bullet, 180 grain. You can see it had massive expansion, and boy, it did some damage, but the animal did go about 150 yards before I was able to obtain it. The next one is a 300 Win Mag, also with a 180 grain bullet for an elk, and it came apart, fragmented, caused massive tissue damage, and this animal expired within 25 yards of where I shot him. The last two bullets on the right are example of slower controlled bonded bullets that did give me through and through. So I've never been able to harvest those bullets to even show you because they're out of the animal and gone. First one is the 300 H&H with a Nosler Accu-Tip. That's in 150 grain. Very, very effective, very powerful. Then the 300 Win Mag, and that is with a Spear Grand Slam. Yes, the old-fashioned Grand Slam, which is sort of like a bonded bullet. Its construction is in two cores, so it holds together and drives through and does very well. I hope you liked this video. I hope this explained and showed you some examples of the different types of bullets. Again, my preferred is the slower controlled bullet to go through and through. But I'd like to hear what your favorite is. So please let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Goodbye.